You've exited the highway of the mundane.
And you're approaching the turnpike of space and time.
That is the signpost ahead.
It reads, rest area, closed.
Which really makes you start to rethink that big gulp about 30 miles back.
Your gas light just came on too. Typical.
But where you're going, you don't need roads.
The place is here.
The time is now.
And by now, we of course mean the year 1954.
Sister's boyfriend heard from this fellow who's got this pal who's going steady with this girl who saw Eddie faint at the soda fountain last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
So we'll have to be twice as well behaved to make up for Mr. Haskell's absence.
And when shall I expect that good behavior to begin, Mr. Rhodes?
No need to lose your cool, Mrs. Clark. This deadhead ain't worth the trouble.
How apt of you to phrase it like that, Sonny. Aren't we all just deadheads? Floating in the cosmos, lost and lonely, every breath decaying us.
Oh boy, that's cheery, isn't it?
Well, technically, Judy's not wrong.
Yeah, but technically, Judy's not all right either.
Do we envision ourselves learning any new lesson today at all?
Mrs. Clark, tell us about the hotel on Eastwood Hill, please.
Eastwood Hill? That's only about a mile from here. I've read about that place.
What haven't you read about?
Well, golly, I don't really think this is an appropriate topic, children, especially the day before Christmas Eve.
Please, Mrs. Clark, you know how dearly it pains me when even the most trivial facts elude my curious mind.
Yes, Fancy, your academic remarks show you have quite the thirst for knowledge.
Video boy, she's calling you a yo-yo.
That's quite enough, Sonny. All right, I'll tell you what I know, but I warn you, you must leave it at this. Your thirst will be quenched, then we will return to our lesson plan. Agreed?
Yes, agreed.
I must hear the words from you, Vincent Rhodes.
What's the word from the bird, Mrs. Clark? I solemnly swear to be most attentive today.
What a welcome change. The hotel in Eastwood Hill was originally built in 1924, just outside of town, and was very popular for a good amount of years.
Ooh, many notable figures and celebrities traveled from all over the world to stay there.
That's right, Connie. But as grand a hotel as it was, strange things started happening around Christmas time. It began about 4 years after its grand opening, and every year after that. On Christmas
What happened? Saints and Eggs skipped a chimney or something?
More like people kept disappearing without a trace.
After so many unexplained deaths and disappearances, the hotel was shut down. Its halls were abandoned.
But that's not to say they're entirely empty. I've read many accounts of the hotel being haunted by ghosts.
No.
Now you just never mind about that hotel. I shouldn't have let the conversation stray this far. But a promise is a promise now. So let's get into last night's arithmetic homework, because you're not going to simply be able to carry around adding machines in your pockets.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Almost never.
Come on, I bet a smarty pants like you can figure it out.
It begins with the letter A and rhymes with adventure.
That is most certainly not a word.
Prove it.
Don't be a wet rag, Connie. We're fixing to sneak in tonight at midnight. It won't hurt for you to have a little fun for once.
Prove it.
Don't you ever dream about doing the things you read in your books, Connie? Traveling the faraway places, exploring, adventuring, bending the rules?
Yeah, maybe you could even write your own book about it.
I can feel it in the very bowels of my soul that we're meant to meld consciousness with viscera in order to reach true enlightenment. Lest
we suffer through the pains of permanency.
What are you talking about?
What I'm getting at is,
We're coming with you.
Sadly, the laws of space and time are not absolute.
But fate is inflexible.
To those kids, that was the night before Christmas Eve, like any other.
Christmas Eve.
What?
It's what you call the day before Christmas. Never.
You're probably asking yourself, did those kids ever make it to the haunted hotel on Eastwood Hill?
Oh, they made it there. They just didn't all make it back.
Is this where their story ends?
As my father would say, what do you think?
More like, when do you think?
Welcome back to the year 2024.
okay, you guys, it's still only Christmas Eve, so let's pretend to stay focused for one more day. Why don't you study the map of Cuba for a bit, then we'll discuss.
Yo, Miss O, can we please watch a movie today?
Oh yeah, of course. We're gonna do nothing but watch movies all day.
Really? Are you serious?
You still can't tell when she's being sarcastic? How bleak.
What weak are your vibes? It's giving Scrooge.
Bah humbug.
Ocean, so nice of you to finally join us. What is it that you think you're doing?
Learning about Cuba, having some coffee. What's wrong with that?
Are you all trying to get detention on the last day before break?
Does the thought of a little detention scare you, Miss Goody Two Shoes?
Does the thought that I've actually had detention scare you, Mr. Scrooge?
It takes a lot more than that to scare me.
Oh, you don't get scared then, do you? So you wouldn't be too scared to sneak into a haunted hotel, then would ya? With real live ghosts?
How can you have live ghosts?
Oh, wait, are you talking about the hotel on Vincent Hill just outside of town?
Oh, wait. Do you know of any other abandoned haunted hotel nearby?
Thank you so much. Are you staying in town for the holidays?
I always stay in town. Never left town, in fact. There's nothing out there for me. No. Best to stay here, where it's safe.
Now that is bleak.
So no plans with your family?
Didn't you hear me? I said no plans, no family. Not leaving the house. Never on Christmas Eve. Stay inside. Stay safe. Yes, safe.
Well, I've got plans. Mainly Hawaii. But I'm not staying here all bored all break. I'm gonna go explore the hotel.
No, you mustn't. Do not go anywhere near that hotel, children. Especially not on Christmas Eve.
Well, she's a bit of an odd duck.
She's right. Nothing but horrible, awful things have happened inside the hotel. Not all that safe any other time either. It's pretty much in complete ruin and very dangerous. Either warning, stay away. Okay, I hope you have a great Christmas. Stay out of trouble and read some books or something.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Almost never.
Let's go unabandon the abandoned. Let's go disturb the undead. Let's become ungovernable.
Wow, I mean, I could live stream it. You know, maybe I'll be the first person to catch a real live ghost on camera. And for you, we could sing Christmas carols to make the mood more festive.
I'll skip the caroling, but I could use a little danger. Though I doubt little
Count
Miss...
me in. Dad, can I spend the
Mom,
night
can I
at
spend the
Ocean's
night
Dad,
at
can I
May's
spend
Mom,
the
house?
get
night
to
at
the
Drake's
Drake's house.
You have just witnessed the one and only time kids have ever lied to their parents about sleeping at a friend's house. And really, they were breaking and entering into abandoned, haunted dwellings in less than desirable neighborhoods.
Up the dreaded hill they hiked.
unknowingly following in the ill-fated footsteps of those who came before them just 70 years earlier.
They'll make it inside to be sure. Will they make it out again in time for Christmas?
Welcome to the live stream, fishies. Yes, we made it. Is there a coffee shop in the lobby? Great question. I'm potty trained. I'll defer to the smartest person in our group.
No.
Who's gonna ring the doorbell? Well, I mean, I think it's just like super obvious that since this was all Jensen's idea, he's the one who should ring the bell.
And I think it's also like super obvious that an abandoned haunted hotel wouldn't have a bell.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
A simple test of bravery and commitment.
What do we think, chat? Sounds like Mr. Bravery here is a little, dare we say, scared?
Hey, I'm not scared. You want me to ring the bell? Fine.
Checking in! I've been expecting you! Ah!
Did he just say he was expecting you? Do you, like, know him?
Oh yeah, on Thursdays we play one-on-one basketball at the park.
I'm really regretting not doing any research in the library about this place. We came here so unprepared.
Oh, Minnie, and you think reading some books is gonna help us deal with murderous, creepy bellhops?
Time for a different approach.
Checking in! I did
They're
expect.
expecting us, yes, so I've heard, good sir, but why?
Well, come on in! If you dare! Ah!
A most gracious host.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't scared, by the way. I was just joking with you before, earlier.
You've always been the funny one, Mr. Jensen. Just like your friend.
How do you know his name?
He's a ghost.
OMG, you can't just call someone a ghost straight to their face.
Oh, what? I'm a ghost. Ah!
But being a ghost doesn't make one omniscient.
Guys, can you stop casually arguing about ghosts with a ghost as if you do it every day? Just look at this. How is this possible?
I need to approve every photo. Let me see this. What? Who are these people? These kids don't go to our school. If they did, they would follow me, but...
This photo was taken here, only it looks different in this photo. How is that possible? We've never been here before.
Well, clearly we have. Alright, good sir, you may take us to our friend, if you please.
Oh, I apologize, I do. But your room is not yet ready. Come back tomorrow, and your hotel key will be waiting for you. Ah!
What kind of service is this? I'd like to speak to your manager!
He's dead!
Not me,
to do some research before I come back here tomorrow.
You mean go back to the school library? Hate to break it to you, Min, but it's like 10 p.m. and unless you plan on breaking in. Oh, you plan on breaking in.
Ooh, look at you, Batty. Loves it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You remember what it was like to feel invincible?
Sneaking into abandoned buildings,
Casually talking ghosts?
breaking and entering into school libraries.
Going back to again casually talk to some more ghosts?
Typical teenagers.
But what is their plan for breaking into the school library?
I don't think Minnie's gotten that far yet.
So, what's your plan for breaking into the school library?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Well, think Tiny Tim. There's still lights on inside.
Oh, that old crone is still in there? We can't let her catch us. She'll probably boil us in a cauldron or something.
Actually, we should be thankful she isn't traveling or visiting family for Christmas. Maybe she left the door.
Unlocked?
Okay, we need to be quick and quiet. Find any old articles or books about deaths or disappearances that occurred on Christmas Eve. Any year. Anything that can tell us why we're in that photo and who those other kids are. And
Did she just give us homework on the first day of Christmas break? You heard her, fishies. Anything you can find out, drop in the comments.
I hate books.
I found something.
Well, this is exactly how I envisioned my winter break. So thank you.
We are so sorry,
No.
dude.
I love getting called back to school on my first night off, aka the night before Christmas Eve. Imagine to my surprise that students, aside from Minnie of course, have never stepped foot in this library. Won't get you, said library.
It's true. I didn't even know this guy could read.
And you, I think you clocked more hours in detention than actual class time. Are you just dying for more? Stop. Recoitus. Ocean. Pray tell. What elusive subject is so interesting to any of you that you have to come here in the middle of the night?
Hey, I think about stuff.
Oh, sure. Oh, Sin, I had to leave our fundraiser gala. Explain yourself.
Honey, what are you doing at the library when I thought you were at Drake's house?
What are you doing at a library at all, son? Really? The night before Christmas Eve? We don't have enough books at home.
This morning, you asked to stay home from school because you just want some me time. And now you're back here in the middle of the night in the library of all places. It's giving bookworm, darling.
And what's wrong with that?
It's just a friend, is all.
Honey, I don't understand. You wanted a book? It's okay, you can tell me.
Why are you out reading when you should be with your friends? Take them to the mall or something.
What have you roped your friends into, Minnie? Well, is anyone going to speak up?
Actually, no one will be speaking up. My client, Mr. Barlow, will not be saying anything at this time.
Excuse me, your client?
Who's this guy? Drake's father must have called him.
Can we make this quick, please?
Nice. He sends Toya? That could be the move.
I know it is tempting to question the suspects without their lawyer present, but I ask you to please refrain.
Suspects?
What did you say? Did you tell him anything?
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm not the cop. I'm your principal. They're not under arrest or no charges. They're not even in trouble yet. Okay. Let's slow down here. Mr.
Fairman.
Mr. Fairman. Sir, I'm going to be very frank with you, Mr. Fairman, but I lead a very simple life, Mr. Fairman, but with a very complicated job. When I am done with my complicated job for the day, I like to go home to my very simple life. Only tonight, I was called back to my complicated job during my simple life hours, thereby generating a complicated life. All I'm asking for is some clarifications on why this even occurred. Might you assist me with that?
I can absolutely appreciate what you're saying. Believe me, I truly can. And, oh, why? But might I trouble you for a cup of coffee, doll? We're very late.
You don't say. Well, that doesn't really go with this outfit.
Is he serious, dear?
It is very late.
Coffee?
That man does have a point.
Coffee? Oh, sure, I can get you some coffee. How do you take it?
Yeah, lots of cream, lots of sugar. Thank you so much.
You know what? Can I trouble you for a cup as well?
Make that two. Would you mind?
Yeah, that sounds great, actually.
Oh, can I just get a double vanilla oat milk foam, please?
Let's get down to the brass tacks here. This is just a simple case of misunderstanding, though. My client was under the impression that there was a group project due right when the students got back from their break. Now, I would never want to throw a teacher under the bus, or should I say, school bus. But seriously, they work so hard, don't they? Teachers, and for such little gratitude in return. They are truly the heroes building our next bright generation.
So underpaid.
Now, as silly as this sounds, I believe when the students were released from their classroom, their teacher, Mrs. O, stated, yes, read some books or something. Now, I agree with you, or something is a stretch to interpret group projects. But who am I to speculate what my clients was thinking? It would be pure conjecture. I do know one fact, and that one fact is, my client, Mr. Barlow, get up here, would be truly dismayed to disappoint his teacher in any way.
Oh yes, ever the overachiever, isn't he?
So in an effort to spend a very happy Christmas with his family, without the stress of homework looming over his head all Christmas long, he decided to get a jump start on this group project. It was in this temporary state of poor judgment that he roped his friends into coming here tonight, of all nights, to work on it. It was unfortunate that happened to be the wrong decision, for that he is truly sorry. The three other students were merely under the influence of their classmates' pressure. You know how persuasive Mr. Barlow can be when he wants to be.
Wow. Forget Lidas. Lawyers have the best imagination.
And here I thought my Minnie was certainly behind all this. It's not the first time you broke into the library, is it, sweetheart?
What was that? Are you sleeping? If you needed help with a school project, honey, you could have just asked me to do it for you.
Glad you have your friends back, son.
Sounds like this is all quite settled. Now I must get back to the gala. I'm presenting an award. So if we could just wrap this up, that'd be great.
Now, one last formality. Here, I have a written admission of guilt from my client saying that he acted alone in coming here tonight and intends to face all consequences of his actions. Now, you can see right here, yes, right here, under section 2F that. Oh, why, thank you.
This is not what I thought.
I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me.
I still so happy in this photo, but you have to get back to the hotel as soon as you can. It's almost midnight.
But they said not to go on Christmas Eve.
If you're in this photo, that means you have to go back now. Use the hotel key, but make sure you all touch it at the same time together. That's very important. Now go!
Twas the night before Christmas.
If you asked these kids what they wanted, It would be answers.
How? Were they in that photo?
When were they in that photo?
Who are those other kids?
What happened to them?
Do you hear what I hear?
Do you hear what I hear?
As they hiked back up the hill.
They read the article.
Christmas nightmare. Local boy declared missing. 'Twas a very silent night indeed when local student Vincent Rhodes was first reported missing. 2 weeks have passed since he was last seen on Christmas Eve. On what was supposed to be a joyous holiday, Vincent's parents were doomed to gaze upon the still wrapped presents with tear-filled eyes. To Vincent, from Santa, the tags still read pristine, for he was unable to open them because he never returned home from his last day of school. Inspector's house surmised that he and a group of his classmates scaled Eastwood Hill just after dark. The other students returned home safely the next day, albeit quite shaken, but Vincent was no longer with them. What began as a thrilling adventure to explore the abandoned hotel on Eastwood Hill soon became a very traumatic experience for these young children. Built in 1924, the hotel was a lively hotspot for celebrities, tourists, and dignitaries from around the world. As luck would have it, at the peak of its popularity, disaster struck on Christmas Eve, 1928. A man named Carlisle Grimsby was found unalive in his hotel room, to the shock and horror of the other hotel guests and staff. The case was never solved. Grimsby's murderer was never found. Some theorists believe it to be the work of the only witness, an unknown man described as a creepy bellhop who worked at the hotel, but no evidence could be found, and he was never arrested. This creepy bellhop continued to work at the hotel for another 20-plus years, suspiciously witnessing many other unfathomable occurrences there, until the time was set down. Unexplainable coincidences have never been a journalist's best friend. However, it would be morally irresponsible not to report such oddities once a pattern so blatantly presents itself. Every year since Carlisle Grimsby's death, there has been another disappearance at that hotel on that very same day. Although it's been shut down and abandoned for many years, thrill seekers and skeptics still tempt fate by sneaking out of the premises every Christmas Eve, never to return. Oh come, all you faithful, oh leave, all you lifeless. It is due to this ugly pattern that inspectors have declared Vincent Rhodes officially missing, presumed dead, and have called off all search parties in the area. Though Christmas Eve has passed, officials say it is still too dangerous for anyone to go near the hotel. The hill has been blocked off and condemned. Questions still swirl around what exactly happened, but Vincent's classmates are not able to provide a lot of answers. Since their return, they have been incapacitated with grief and terror at what they were forced to witness. Perhaps it was too gruesome to articulate. Perhaps if they had any hope that Vincent was still alive, they would be more efficacious. Perhaps some sleigh bells are better left unrung. In honor of Vincent Rhodes, a citywide call to rename Eastwood Hill as Vincent Hill has been proposed. And blah blah blah, that's pretty much it.
Welcome back to the live stream. Did you all get detention? No. Drake took the heat for us all, and his dad actually sent his lawyer. Cool move, Mr. Barlow Sr. Oh, look. Hashtag creepy bellhop is trending.
As a general rule, I think we should avoid the creepy bellhop as much as possible once he checks us in.
I'm not sure we should even be doing this. It was just supposed to be fun to, explore the place, but now we're purposely meeting up with ghosts?
I guess it's turned into more of a rescue mission now. It's okay to admit you're scared.
Hey, I'm not scared! Yeah, I'm a little scared. So what, aren't you guys?
Remember, the librarian said we all need to touch the hotel key at the same time.
remember it like it was yesterday.
Me too.
OMG, what is happening in here? They need to get HGTV in here ASAP!
This must be why we had to come back here tonight. Because the spirits must only be awake tonight.
Oh, wait, Mint, no. Hey, you, why were you able to be awake even when it wasn't Christmas Eve? The viewers want to know. They have a right to know.
Well, it is my job to provide the best hospitality year-round. Forever. Forever. Anyways, here's your hotel key, though I strongly advise against you guys going in your room.
Wait, why shouldn't we go inside our room?
Ah!
Thank you, that's very helpful.
Together. Ready? 1, 2.
3.
Whoa, the hotel has like completely rebranded.
Spooky. I believe we've entered another dimension.
Where'd that creepy bellhop go?
We should stay away from him anyway.
But he didn't tell us what room we're in. Ah, you must be our friends.
Are you ghosts?
Gee whiz, Judy. You can't just ask people if they're ghosts.
Why not? Let's get right into the groove of things.
So, are you ghosts?
No, but you may be one, Sin. Are you Vincent Rhodes by chance?
How did you know that?
What year is it? 1954.
What year is it where you live?
2024.
Golly.
There's something you all need to see.
This is a picture of all of us. How is that possible?
This article hasn't been written for another 2 weeks.
It's as if the stardust that paints the tableau of our souls has ripped apart the fabric of space and time.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I am missing, presumed dead?
Well, not yet.
When death calls upon us, Vincent, we can only let it ring so many times until it is our humanly duty to answer.
Yeah, as if we're going to take that call, send it straight to voicemail, and block Death's number. Sis.
I don't know what any of that meant, but I like your style.
Well, if it's going to happen, it happens tonight, right?
Then let's just leave.
The doors are locked.
And there's no cell service.
Cell service? Is that some type of future regenerative potion for your blood cells or something?
I'm so sorry, Vincent. But I think if we can make it through tonight, the spirits won't be here tomorrow.
Then that's that. We'll make it through tonight. All of us. We'll stick together.
I feel energy from spirits of another realm.
Maybe you know the way to our room?
You mean you want to stay here? Even knowing what happens to you?
I was keen for an adventure. Seems like I found one.
Breakfast in Dullsville, supper with time travelers and ghosts. Wild. Ahem, selfie time. Guys, gather round. Everybody say spooky.
Spooky!
No, more energy. Spooky.
Spooky!
Okay, let's party, Hellcats.
destination.
And entered into an alternate dimension.
A dimension where time is relative.
Time is always relative.
Well, now it's more relative Earth.
The children have mere hours left before their friend Vincent is trapped forever.
Will the ghosts help the kids?
Will the kids help the ghosts?
Will Santa put some cash in my stocking?
Goodness, it feels so nice to finally be able to walk around. So we roast chestnuts.
Darling, you know I ain't got any plans. It's my one night off a year.
Yeah, it's all that one night off a year, lady.
Gossip amongst my fellow staff is that we have young party crashers this year.
Oh no. You don't mean to say the creepy bellhop checked in? Children? Kids? Yay! We have fun. We have plans.
They ain't here for a fun sleigh ride, I'm afraid.
Do you think they're here to rescue us?
This could very well be our last Christmas Eve here.
What are a bunch of kids gonna do anyway?
You mean we could finally leave?
Why do we want to leave?
Yeah, this place is great! Oh, children, you deserve to move on and finally be with your family.
Maybe these kids can help us all move on, so our spirits can be free too.
What do we gotta do?
Well, they'll want to know how we got here.
Oh no, I can't. I can't talk about that.
I can't even remember nothing.
Darlings, we're just going to have to be brave and tell our stories the best we can.
Well, we don't want to.
We just want to play.
You can't make us.
So, now can we ask if they're jokes?
What we should be asking for is a discounted rate on our room.
Aside from me dying tonight, this has been a pretty wild Christmas, and if I can't spend it with my family, I'm glad I'm spending it with you all.
You're not dying tonight.
Ahem, ghosts of Christmas past.
Would you mind telling us how you ended up here?
Look, it'd be real swell if you could help us out. You see, our friend, he goes missing here tonight. And like some Christmas miracle, we were able to find out before it happened. We have no idea what we're up against or how to stop it.
I'm sorry. We just can't.
Please, my parents, they'll never see me again after tonight. This is all my fault because I was keen for an adventure. Now our lives will be ruined forever. I need your help.
I feel the presence of something strange here and sad. What has happened to all of you?
It was almost Christmas. The days were growing shorter, and the air was crisp and cool. It's happened so long ago now I can hardly remember. With 6 brothers and sisters, it was a blessing if we were given anything under our undecorated tree. That's why when I met him, it was a dream come true to be whisked away to a land of verses I had only heard about in stories. Only the dream soon became a nightmare. However, it was wonderful for a while. I was an actress in pictures. I know I was never any good, but I did well enough to be invited to an RKO gala. Can you imagine? He was a financier, and when we locked eyes, it was like magic. We were never separated from that day forth if we could help it. I still worked in the picture sometimes. He had to travel for work, and he always tried to take me with him, so we'd never be apart. We visited New York, Paris, Rome. We stayed in the fanciest hotels and dined in the most luxurious of restaurants. He treated me like royalty, caring for me, making me laugh, buying me gifts. I remember I was so excited to give him his Christmas gift. I had saved enough for my acting roles. I was able to engrave a gold compass with his initials.
so he could always find his way back to me. He was in New York, but I was in Hollywood, finishing what was to be my final picture. We had agreed to meet here on Christmas Eve, but he never came. I was so worried, waiting and waiting, pacing the room. It started raining and thundering outside. I started to get scared. I could hear noises coming from empty rooms. I started seeing things that weren't there. I don't quite remember how I died. It all happened so quickly. Though I knew I was dead, I woke up again, trapped in my room. The door was locked, and I couldn't find the key. I banged on the door, and no one heard me. No one could see me. I didn't speak to or see another soul, alive or dead, until Christmas Eve a year later, and
Wow. #depressing.
Yeah. What a killjoy hashtag.
Look, I don't know what I got that to use anyway. I ain't supposed to be here. I had a paper road in town, and I had to finish up early so I could get back home for Christmas Eve supper with my parents. My parents got me a new bike for my friends. They never said it, but I knew they were proud of me for doing a job and doing it right. I wanted that bicycle so bad, I tell you. I thought it was the biggest deal that they got it for me. And I knew they were excited about it too, because they hid it in the basement. So when I went down there and found it, I didn't say nothing. Didn't want to ruin the big Christmas surprise, you know. Only now. Wish I would have said something. Tell him, thank you for the bike. I never got to thank you for the bike. Now anyway, this hotel ain't on my usual route. I counted there ain't no one being here. But this was the special order, you see. And I knew something was dicey about this one. Maybe Johnny from the corner store was trying to pull a fast one on me, yanking my chain. One thing you gotta know about me, I'm always ready for a rumble. So I says, on a hotel? Nah, fool, that hotel should be afraid of me. Only, it was not afraid of me. It's got its creepy claws up on me, but I did go down without a fight. Before I knew it, I ended up in my room, all alone. I didn't feel dead, but I knew I was. I knew I missed Christmas. I don't know whatever happened to my bike. Maybe my parents kept it for a few years until it got too sad to look at. But I do know one thing, and that is that something special happens every year on Christmas Eve, because it's the only time I can walk out of my room. I thought my parents would come back here for the sentimental reasons, maybe, but it would have probably made them too sad. Hey, I got an idea. So if you kids get out of here tomorrow, could you somehow give my parents a message? Tell them I said thank you for the bike, if they're still around, of course.
If you're still around in 1954, and if I'm still around after tonight, you have my word. Thank you.
well, aren't you kids just as sweet as you can be? You poor little darlings. I do sure hope that it works out for you. I just can't bear the thought that you'd be stuck here, like us, all this time. You should be with your families, opening your presents tomorrow. So if there's anything I can do to help you, you just come to me, sweethearts. I'll tell you anything I can remember, if it will help you stay out of trouble tonight. I guess you don't have to be a genius to figure out I wasn't one of the guests. I'm not the fancy type, if you can't tell. I was looking for honest work and found a job here in housekeeping. It's not easy keeping this place clean and tidy, but oh, this was a grand hotel in its heyday. Even when the disappearances started happening, it was still a place to be. Oh, I got to meet all the most famous movie stars and dignitaries and worldwide travelers. I got to hear all the best stories from their experiences, a way to live through their life as were my very own. It was very fun for a while, until it wasn't. I'm afraid I can't remember much of the details, so I wish I did, children. I was making my way through the rooms for cleaning. I heard screaming from down the hall. A woman's voice. I called out, but no one answered. So I ran towards where I heard the voice, but right as I was coming up to the door, it stopped. I called out again, and no answer. So I knocked. I called out, housekeeping, everything okay in there? I knocked again, and the door opened, but I can't remember anything after that. I'm sorry, dearies. I wish I could be more of a help. I really do. You must find a way to make it through the night. However you can. We will all help you stay safe. Until then, let's promise.
Gee, I never realized ghosts could be so kind. I had resolved within myself that we'd be goners by now, but I'm rather glad we're getting the chance to speak with you before that happens.
Hello, Vincent. Have you come to play with us?
We do so love hide and seek.
Oh, you simply must play with us.
We only get to play one day a year, and that's today!
There are oh so many perfect hiding places in this hotel.
Father says we're not allowed to go in any of the guest rooms, but we can go wherever we want now.
Father's a politician.
He's very important, you know.
That's why he used to leave us here to our own devices.
Our mother died when we were very young, but I think we loved her very much.
We did. She always told us to heed father when she was gone.
And we did!
Most of the time. But then one day when we were playing hide and seek,
We had finally got Father to play with us, as it was Christmas Eve.
it was his turn to seek.
Father told us not to go in any of the guest rooms.
But we
didn't listen.
And he never found us.
Which means we won! We won the game! We won the game!
But now it's father's turn to hide.
We haven't found him yet.
He's really good at hiding.
But now you're all here!
Will you play hide and seek with us?
Yeah! That's a no for me, Dog. Yeah, not a chance. Hashtags.
Thank you all so much for sharing your stories. But other than disappearing on different Christmas Eves, I just don't see how you're all connected.
Wait, what were all the room numbers you stated?
237.
Vinny, wait! We have to stick together!
Oh, no.
Where do you think you're going?
We need to get to our room. Get out of the way, dude.
Well, looky, who's Mr. Ring all of a sudden?
He said move, dude!
I thought I wanted you kids not to go to your room!
Well, it's too late, because Vincent's gone there by himself, and he has the key.
Vincent! Vincent! Oh, no. No! Come on! This is not good! Faster! What are you waiting for? Come on!
How did you guys get here before us? We're ghosts.
No! Stop!
I can't just sit around here and wait for Santa's elves to come and rescue me. Something very bad is happening here, and all these poor people had to face it alone. The article says that it disappeared here, and maybe there's nothing we can do to stop that. But I am not alone, and maybe with so many of us, we can stop this cycle. I'm opening this door.
Well. I see you're trying to check into my room. As you can clearly see, it's occupied.
It's you.
There's my gal. I'll always find you.
But I waited for you. I waited and waited and you never came. You were here?
Do try to remember, darling. I never left your side and made sure we never have to be apart again.
And what did you do to make sure of that, you putz?
You lost her and anyone that tried to stay in their room and killed them.
It was my Christmas gift for you to make sure we never have to be apart again. All of this was for you.
Have you heard of like a Tiffany's bracelet?
And to be with her many fans sending gifts from around the world? No, she's my dame, only mine.
Who are you?
The name's Carlisle Grimsby at your service.
You're the first maid who died at the hotel in 1928. You were in the article.
Died? Oh no, little girl. I was the first man who finally lived. Ah!
Something strange happened in that room. I'm remembering more now.
What you call strange, I call serendipitous. I may have died in the mortal world, but I was able to attach my spirit to this hotel, allowing me to live forever.
And you decided to take me along with you? All these other people too. Children?
I am willing to do whatever it takes to keep your spirit attached here to this hotel. Everyone else is not my problem.
Well, where are you from now, buddy boy?
Everyone out of the room. Now.
No one is going anywhere.
Wait, the article said that you were murdered and that they never found your killer.
If you weren't already dead, I'd volunteer to put you out of your misery.
The article blamed the murder on the totally normal bellhop.
So if the bellhop didn't murder him,
You've been trying to help us this whole time, haven't you?
No! Of course. Vincent and his friends came to the hotel, and I tried to scare them away, and hopefully feed the spirits too. But it didn't work, and Vincent was locked in the room. You realize I've been waiting for y'all for 70 years!
Tell me how we stop this.
We need to lock him out of the room before midnight. Then their spirits, all of them, will be free to move on.
How?
Lock him out of the room and make sure he never gets that key.
Okay, son. I'm gonna need you to hand over that key.
Over my dead body!
That's the idea!
Frank, help!
Connie, help!
Jensen, help! I can't. You can do this, even if you're afraid. Vincent knows that he disappears here, that he dies here, and what does he do? He checks in anyways and fights to survive. And you time travel here, even though you knew what the risks were. That's the kind of courage that books are written about.
How are you so brave?
Books are my life, dreaming up adventures that other people get to experience. Now we have the chance to not only save our friend, but to free the tortured souls at the hotel too.
Wait. Jensen, the compass! It's worth attaching him! Go! 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 You got it! You got it! You got it! You got it! Atta boy! Oh, here we go! Of course!
Sonny, help! Mikey!
Jimmy, help!
Find your key!
Vinny, help!
Find those key girls. No! Freak! God, no! No! No!
No! Littering is not okay. You can murder and do horrendous crimes, but littering is making my hotel look bad. Someone's gonna rate it badly. Ugh.
Thank you all so much for saving my life.
Oh, honey, it was our absolute pleasure. I'm so sorry for everything. It's all my fault.
You have nothing to be sorry for. Love and death, beauty and danger, fear and courage. They are the petrol that fuels our unique souls.
What is she talking about?
She always talks like that. You just have to not be square and embrace it, dog.
We won the game. We won the game.
I wouldn't start celebrating quite yet. It's not midnight.
But you are quite finished, Mr. Grimsby. And I believe I've just found the perfect idea for my very own novel.
I'll have to keep my eye out for it in the future.
Good.
We will take it from here. Thank you for your help, Mr. Bellhop. Please see them safely home.
Alright.
Why didn't you just tell us?
What are you talking about, Jake? Are you slow? I literally did. I said, your friend is still here waiting for you. Waiting for you. Check it out, hotel. You did.
No, you both
we're less here.
Oh, they know that. Give them up this time. I wonder what time it is.
It's midnight. We have to go, and so do you.
Thank you all so much for saving my life. I'll never forget you as long as we live, even though you will be born for another 56 or so years.
Any time, bro.
Yeah,
See ya, bro.
You know, you can also say stuff like brusky, bra, breath, homie.
We will
most like-
see each other again in this dimension or another.
I'm so scared to come here.
Me too. I guess life-changing events can be scary, but those are the ones that are the most important, right?
I feel a wave of light rushing over me. I think the ghosts have finally been freed from this place.
Indeed.
So why are you still here?
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is my job to provide the best hospitality year-round, forever. Anyways, it's good night. The door should be unlocked now. I hope you enjoy your visit.
We did not. Bye.
Goodbye, my dude.
I'll miss you most of all.
I'll miss you so much.
This just got weird. Together. Ready?
1,
2.
3.
You've approached the end of the road.
And you roll the windows down and feel the breeze.
Maybe you even live that convertible lifestyle as you drive down the sunset with the top down.
The kids all made it back this time.
And they were no longer plagued by the grief and trauma.
Judy had experienced enough death to last a lifetime. Went on to become a motivational speaker.
Sonny was inspired by the futuristic lingo and became an etymologist.
Vincent's parents were able to watch him open his gifts that year and every year after.
His whole life ahead of him to do whatever he pleased.
And Connie.
You already know what became of Connie.
Okay, guys, welcome back. I hope you had a great Christmas. Although I heard there may have been an incident in the library, was it?
Oh, we don't need to get into that, Michelle. I'd actually be really happy to know what today's lesson is. You know, get into all that learning and stuff.
Wow, that's weird because I actually saw him watch a movie today.
Really? Are you serious again?
She is not.
I'm not. Oh shit, so now you finally. Oh. Well, I'll allow this to work just this once. Thank you. Connie, we missed you. How was the summer?
Oh, I'll tell ya, I've never felt so refreshed. I feel like I was 60 again.
You don't look a day over 59.
Me and my family are glad to be back, though. It's so good seeing all you again. Feels like it's been years. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some urgent material to drop off to our bookworm over here. See you later!
Christmas miracle. Local hotel reopening. It's been 2 weeks since Christmas Eve and the break-in at the hotel on Eastwood Hill. 2 weeks ago, 4 local students were missing for almost 2 full nights. When questioned, the students confessed to trespassing on the grounds of what was said to be a haunted hotel. Being that the hotel was shut down and abandoned for many years, this raised many safety concerns with the city. After the students sustained minor scrapes and bruises from their time adventuring in the rickety remains, the local tourism director decided to launch an initiative to help restore the hotel to its once former glory. And blah blah blah, that's pretty much it.
No mention of Vincent being presumed dead. No name change from Eastwood Hill to Vincent Hill. They made it. They all made it.
There can be no problem while you're working on your geography lesson. Oh, what now? Hi, may I help you?
Pardon my interruption. May I have a few moments with my clients, please?
Your clients and you are?
My name is Mr. Fairman III, Esquire, and I am the legal representation for... Yes, those four. That violently, but may I take them for a few sides?
You legally represent 4 of my students? Do I even want to know? Go ahead, have a ball. My first day back, no, I didn't want any schoolwork done. Take them all, in fact. Please, why not? The whole class. Have a field day.
Look, there are no time for pleasantries. I'm not going to stand here to explain all this, mainly because I don't even know how to explain this. But you see, I have a safety deposit. I have a package that's been locked in a safety deposit box for the last 70 years in my law firm. And it has explicit instructions to be given to you for. Now, Mr. Barlow, your father's been a client of mine for a very long time, but certainly not 70 years. Everyone at the firm placed bets whether this was even a real package for a real group of children. But after meeting you all in the library, I finally knew I got the last piece of the puzzle. Looks like I won the bet. Ha, I'm rich. Wait, I'm a lawyer. I'm already rich. But please, put me out of my misery. Who could it possibly be from?
For Mr. Drake, Miss Minnie, Miss Ocean, and Mr. Jensen, do not open until after Christmas 2024. Signed, CB.
CB? Do you know a CB?
Chill, bro, Seth.
Creme brulee?
Creepy bellhop.
Hey, Ocean, don't you think you should be like recording this or something?
No, not a cell phone in sight. Everyone's just living in the moment. It could be the move.
The Life and Deaths of Carlisle Grisby. It's written by Connie. Dedicated to Jensen, Drake, Minnie, Ocean, Sunny, Judy, Vincent, and CB. Thank you all for being so brave. Merry Christmas.
Can you stop taking the note, please? Sorry. It's from CB.
Dear valued VIP guests, your bravery saved the lives of your friends. Your teamwork freed the ghostly spirits, but your job is far from done. Your presences will be requested from another haunting that will require you to travel through space and time yet again. Are you ready to check into your next adventure? Ah!